we had a really heartbreaking breakup that was brutal to watch. And so I'm curious for you, what was going through Ripley's mind in that scene and what was his take as it was going down?
Oh, great question. Look, I think Ripley had a moment of clarity in the church talking to MK, where I think he was just kind of real, maybe not just realizing, but maybe his awareness coming to the front of um, Hannah is the best thing in his life. So he's in desperate times, and so for him, he really needed to try to hold on to hope, and that meant declaring his feelings for her. Um, Obviously, that didn't pan out the way he wanted it to pan out, uh, and I think he was in disbelief amongst other things. But I he's in such turmoil at the moment that though he couldn't believe it right then and there, if he were to step back and to look at it, he gets it. He knows it had to happen. Or he doesn't. Anyone can see based on his behavior over the last however long that he hasn't been a good boyfriend. He hasn't been a good person. He hasn't been a good doctor. He's just on this downward slide, and something needs to change. And I think ultimately Hannah walking away from him at this moment is the perfect thing for both of them. Um, whether it's a permanent break or just for now, it doesn't matter. They both needed this to happen.
In your mind, when he said I love you, was that because he needed her to know or because he thought it might change her mind?
He needed her to know for sure. Yeah, no, he wasn't trying to manipulate her. In my mind, he was desperate. Yeah, he was desperate, and I think he's been one that has struggled to articulate himself, struggled to share how he truly felt. This is the guy who's hid a lot of himself from people. He's changed his life around, and I think he's tried to hide a lot of himself. And so I think in this moment, in this period of time, he's just wrestling with who he is and who he was, and realizing that some of the behaviors he thought that he'd grown out of rearing their ugly head. And yeah, he's not in a good place.